We're at the Beaver County Jail. Part of Church Army's mission is to reach those who are incarcerated. We do a Bible study here for about an hour and a half every Sunday evening. Unfortunately, we can't take you in with us, but I can tell you that the room has been packed. No pun intended, but we have a captive audience.
I've been a Church Army officer for 15 years now. This has been such a satisfying work. The community garden is where the prophetic imagination takes place to change community and to provide food and just to be a beautiful place, from something that was a burned out lot to a place of something that's beautiful that the community is proud of. Just in awe of what God has done through the years through Church Army, and the garden is one of the beautiful efforts that was in God's mind when I first came here, and in conjunction with Uncommon Grounds to help change this community.
Everybody, no matter how old you are, can come in and get something out of the place.
This place is like no other place in Aliquippa.
There's like such a big mix of people that it's kind of, in a sense, it's impossible to not belong here.
Young moms, like the one coming in, just come in and start thriving.
For this neighborhood and the kids and the people in this neighborhood, that it's kind of a safety for them, that they have somewhere to go, that they know that there's people that care about them and that are gonna take care of them.
Uncommon Grounds is a place where people can feel welcome.
People sitting outside and meet and greet people, so I usually come in and then drink tea and lemonade and fellowship with the people.
I've seen them help a lot of people in need, some of the homeless, some of the people that are just kind of sad and depressed. I see them help, and I've been helped myself by coming down here.
I love the people here.
There's like a sense of community here that's kind of a deeper sense of community than you get other places.
They invite like anybody who wants to come in, and they don't push anyone away. They allow others to express themselves in different ways, and it's just a great atmosphere.
Last fall I went to open mic night. It's fun, it's interesting, and there's a lot of people around here with a lot of talent.
It gives people a place to, I guess, express themselves creatively. It gives people a place to be listened to.
I really enjoy it. I like seeing other people's talents and how they express their giftings.
I like to do protest songs for the most part from the 60s.
I hear people that don't normally speak out or feel comfortable being in crowds, and they come in and they get up on that stage, and you get to hear a voice that you never knew existed. You get to hear words spoken that, like, where did this come from? You get to see people come to life that normally walk down the street with their head down.
It's real entertaining. You don't have to be afraid to get up on stage and do your thing. Whatever it is, people share their talents with each other.
And this one little 5-year-old just started going crazy dancing on the stage, and everyone walked up to the stage and started cheering.
All the kids and all the different people that come in for it, like, it's not just like one certain crowd, like anybody's welcome here, and that's what's so great about this place. It's like they call it Uncommon Grounds Cafe, and it's like it brings people from all different backgrounds.
It's unlikely that we would find the assortment of people we do here. On Sunday nights I help to host a youth arts ministry. Youth come in and take part in discussions about the Bible and about some social issues of our time, but also just to get together and work on art together and expressing what's inside that they haven't been able to get out before. They've built strong relationships with each other, and we're going to host a carnival that's entirely kid-powered. That they will be the ones behind it, they are running it.
you know, what is Church Army and why does Church Army exist? And I would say simply here in New England that now our call in Church Army is to be light in dark places. Group home that we visit, people living with HIV/AIDS, and we bring them underwear and we bring them love and we bring them physical touch. We hug them because they don't get that. We go into nursing homes.
These people cannot go to church, so they need more. So the people decide that they're going to find somebody who can come to them, and they find Pastor Brian to come, and I was so happy. The first day she came, she brought some children. The people love the children. They pray with them, they talk with them, and then she start praying. She read the Bible. Oh, I love his music. The music is so wonderful, it's blessing. And she read the Bible. After that, we took communion. The people, they come to the communion, she pray for them. They need a prayer, they need God, they need Jesus every day. But we thank him for him to come every Wednesday, and I hope to come for a long time.
We do have one resident too, who a few weeks ago she was on hospice. And I asked Pastor Brian to go into her room because they thought in the next week she would pass away. And he went in, he prayed for her. 2 days later, she was up. She was responding to food, she was responding to touch. And I really thought that, I'm getting goosebumps, I really thought that it's the prayer and that when he came in, that happened. I have one resident who she is Jewish. There was this one week that Pastor Brian said, "Can I pray for you?" And she looks at him in his eyes and says, "I love Jesus." And she's a nonverbal resident, she doesn't speak.
He sends us out to bring the gospel to the edges, to the invisible, to those who don't come into the church. Anywhere. Oh yeah. Yeah, Jesus Christ is everywhere. Yeah.
One of the basic needs that we take for granted is underwear and socks. As hard as people think they have it, if you haven't asked me for underwear, you don't have it as hard as some of our brothers and sisters. And this is something that we have received from the Church Army.
We give them choice, because choice is the first thing taken from somebody on the margin. What size are you? And oftentimes we'll hear, I don't know. Well, maybe you're like a medium, so and so. Like, oh yeah, that. Like, would you like boxers or briefs? And it's whatever you got. Like, no, would you like boxers or briefs? And like, I like boxers. Okay, great. Do you want boxer briefs or would you like boxers? Like, well, really? I'm like, yeah. What would you like? Oh, I like boxers. Great. Do you want plaid or solid color? What's your favorite color? And to give them the choice is a bit of restoration. It shows that we care, that we spend our time to get to you, that we want you to be able to take control over some part of your life. It can start with your underwear, but then it can really go off into much larger things. And then we do socks for them as well, because socks wear out pretty quick. We give them the one thing they lose first when they're marginalized, and that's choice.
He's just always had this call to do unique evangelism. He fits the street ministry and this ministry and all of the kinds of ministry that are so lacking and so needed. The Lord created him as a special person to do this kind of work. We're great fans of Church Army, and we plan to continue to do that. Brian has that gift of being able to cross all borders, fences, fields, climb mountains, and present the Holy Spirit, and that's what it's all about.
The light has to go in the dark. Dark never walks to the light, and we're bringing light out into every dark place we can find, and we're just burning for the glory of God, and we're seeing fire, and it's lovely. Yeah, light in the dark. That's our call.
There are a lot of great evangelical ministries out there bringing people to faith in Jesus Christ. What's unique about Church Army? Part of the answer is in our name, Church Army. Our desire is not to be a separate organization that's working independently of the church. We want to work with the church. We want to help train the church to reach outside its walls to the people that are around it that might not ordinarily come into contact with the church members or with Jesus Christ. So our desire is really to equip you to be more effective in reaching people in your community for Jesus Christ. How can we do that? We can do that first of all by coming into your church and offering training seminars to make you more comfortable with reaching outside of your walls to people that you might not ordinarily have contact with. We can also come into your community and go with you through the community to evaluate it, to see where there are groups of people that you might be able to minister to that you have not thought that you could minister to. Sometimes people tend to be invisible to us as we're always in that community, but somebody with a different set of eyes and looking at things can identify people that you might not ordinarily see. Thirdly, you can bring people from your church to one of our bases and work with people who are in difficult circumstances, to actually have hands-on experience, to have your youth groups or other people from your church come out and join with us in serving people who are in more desperate circumstances than you might be yourself. So those are 3 ways which we can help you, the church, become better equipped and partner with you to bring the gospel of Jesus Christ to people in your community who need to know Jesus so desperately. We hope you will join us as we seek to labor for Christ and expand His kingdom here on earth.